here at the analyst desk for the TCS eSports League. I'm still Sharper, joined by Syntax and Karachi. And guys, now that we're going to the second pregame show for the second semifinal, I feel like I've been tricked because of all that script, we can just shred it apart. So, what's going on?
Dude, you asked me in the beginning if my prediction was game was as bad as my Rocket League game. It's even worse, obviously. Dude, I'm really happy for Arctic because I know them a lot. I mean, me and Stroby are good friends, and I was really excited that they could step up here. And I told you guys that Yogi, the youngster, was either gonna be very nervous and gonna have a mediocre show, or he's gonna pop off. And boy, did he pop off! Yogi really showed why he belongs here, even though he's only 15 years old. But he had a really good show, and the whole team did. I mean, Lausanne scored their first goal in Game 3. Like, I would have never guessed that the first goal of Lausanne comes this late, but it was a really good show.
Yeah, now let's give Karach the point number one. Like, he's ahead in the prediction game. He at least predicted that they're gonna take one map, but eventually they did three. Had the right scoreline. Now we've talked about that matchup, and Karach, you will get to start a new matchup. So we have Servette Geneva eSports coming up against Sir. Is this a new deck of cards being shuffled? Is the script still the same, or what are we looking at now?
Oh, it's so strange at the moment. I mean, we were here watching last game and we were just, oh my god, we never predicted that. It's just incredible. And I mean, Sir was able to take twice Servette down in the league. They are really strong, but still Servette is like the team that always is here in Switzerland, always wins. They know how to play at LANs. They played a lot of times here at the eSport studios. And I have to say, I think Servette can take this, really. But yeah, we saw Sir taking it twice down in the league, so it's hard to say. And after we watched Arctic winning over Lausanne, it's even harder to make predictions now.
Yeah, and looking at the statistics, like we just saw before, the main difference really is that save quota. The other statistics are more or less the same, but the save quota from Sir is like, you can see it, it's way up high. And here now, we've talked about Safari before, like, and Stroby talked about how important he is to the Swiss Rocket League scene, and he's kind of the MVP, and he will hopefully look forward to play against him. But let's also give Sir a chance. Like, there is also a guy that is quite important, right?
Yeah, his name is Mirrorwing, and you can see him right on the screen here next to Safari. And Mirrorwing had a really good season. Like, I have never heard his name before TCS. He came here, he showed that he's really a top tier player. And yeah, even like during those last weeks of the season, I watched those matches, and he just really showed me that what he can do and that he's really solid. But of course, like, being in the picture next to Safari is never easy because Safari is such a beast, and as like, for example, Kiever on Lausanne, he's such a good striker and has good aim on his shots. So those two boys, you can see they're gonna be really close between them.
Yeah, now Karachi, we saw on the statistics, like, they're so close in the total average points. I think Safari was 405 and Mirroring was 407 averaging points, which, by the way, is the highest in the regular season league. So do you think that statistical difference will be the big game changer, or do you think, as Syntax just mentioned, the experience from Safari, being here, like, this is like his second home in these studios, right? Do you think this is more of a game changer?
I think LANs are always different than League. You're not at home, not with your setup, you're with the LAN setup, you're playing with other people around you, with the team next to you, not over voice only. So it's always different, and having experience on LAN is really important. And Safari has a lot of that experience compared to the Sir players. Only Aranset I know has LAN experience. He's also really strong, a guy to watch out. He has really good statistics, also like Mirrorwing ones, a bit lower but really near. And yes, it will be really interesting to watch them play against.
Now, you guys obviously don't get a trophy for winning the prediction game, but still, we're gonna do it again. Karach, I'm gonna give you the first go this time. Just imagine it was about the trophy right here, just with prediction game on the top, but not TCS eSports League. Which way is this series going to go?
We saw twice 3-0 for Sir in the league. I'm guessing 3-2 for Servette now.
Servette coming up strong. Do you believe in your boys of Fari, or is Mirrorwing turning things around today?
Okay, Mirrorwing is really, really dangerous. Like, I'm proper scared of him. But Servette, as Karch mentioned on LAN, they are just a really experienced team here in Switzerland. They know this setup, especially here in the East. They've been here countless of times. So Sir is going to put up a hell of a show, but Servette is still going to take it. And this experience they have is going to give them the edge. And I'm going to go on a 3-1 prediction here for Servette.
Well, guys, you've heard it at home. It seems like Safari is the fan favorite, the experienced guy, and Mirrorwing could, change up the plan again, change the script. But enough from here at the analyst desk. Let's see if Bacon and Jamie are agreeing with our guys over here, or whether they, change the script up again. So stay tuned.
Well, we went over predictions this morning. I'm going to just cut spoilers and all of that straight through. You're agreeing with them, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Jay.
you are. I feel like I'm part of the pack for once. So
Yeah,
like, you're the
you're
odd
not the
one
odd
out.
one out. Oh.
I'm not the odd one out. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I don't even know if we can even make a confident prediction after that last series. Like, oh my word, the entire bracket has been thrown completely out of whack off of that one. So, like, yeah, like how
There's a very naughty note in my book which just basically says, what is the point of predicting? Because after that first game, everything is just thrown off, like you said. And here, looking at this, I was back in Serve from. I actually wrote these predictions. It would have been about Wednesday night, and I'm sticking with it because Sir, towards the end of league play, was playing the best Rocket League of the entire season. Sir, if they're working together, are nuts. Possibly the best team in the entire league play, especially since we've seen how Lausanne were playing today. So, Servette, again, I'm just going to show it now. Sir beat Servette 3-0 twice in league play. And I know Servette are probably the strongest LAN team here, but no, I don't see it happening.
I mean, I will admit that's fair enough in the fact that Sir are sort of like their bogey team. In the same sort of way that Servette were like the bogey team of Lausanne. That probably would have come into effect when we went to the grand finals if Lausanne actually got there. But I still think that just the fact that they've got more experience on LAN, the fact that Sir is still relatively new, like even if they don't lose today, I think that if we repeated this series later on, if we saw them in TCS Season 2, then we might end up seeing a completely different result. Because of the fact that Sir are relatively new. Obviously, we're talking about how Mirrorwing was relatively unknown before he came into the TCS eSports League, and how he's really wowed everybody in his sort of skill. It takes time for players that are already veterans to sort of like create counters to the play style of other players. So I feel like overall, Servette probably do have the edge of time. Even though I do believe that it's still going to be a 5-game series, and I still think Servette are going to win this out here today again. I feel like there's way too many stats that sort of favour them. I'm trying to find a counter argument, but he can't do it.
I'm just going to basically say, to hell with stats. I believe in Sir. These lads have got
He says,
much
as he
moxie.
quotes the stat that they've already 3-0'd them twice.
To hell with LAN stats. Okay, LAN stats. I don't care about them. I just care about my heart here. And it says go with Sir, because these lads have just been causing upsets all seasons long, coming before in the qualifiers as Raptors boosting service or Raptors boosted, because they had to go through 2 different qualifiers, getting picked up by the Swiss Incredible Rebels. And ever since, there has been no looking back. This is match number 2, the second semi-final. And well, Jay, you're going to have to take this away, buddy.
Now, game 1 starts things off to the favour of Servette Geneva as they try and look for a good passing play, but it's fair. We're too far back in this case, cannot quite get the shot that was set up by his teammate. Now goes back to the favour of the Sir side as they get the ball back inside that box. RNZ, Flav, there's a fair pushed up. Flav over the sack, which didn't even get a shot on target, but no, not going to happen. Again, the ball just playing back and forth inside that orange half. So Fair trying to take control of the ball, but Mirrorwing is the man with the good clear. Sack again with an interception, keeping things in the favour of Servette. Now passes down towards Flav. Good passing play off the crossbar. Zafair comes in with a follow, but Mirrorwing takes it away. Sack with a third chance. It's slow and it's wide. And Servette Geneva with all the pressure, all the control, but still couldn't get it past the line.
Yeah, those are two things you do not want in Rocket League. Slow and wide balls. You need to make those shots count, get them on target, and then put them at really high speed most of the time, purely because if you make it a slow hit, your opponent has the time to react and read it.
Ball in from Zafair's side of things. Flav away as Raptor Jesus takes control for the Sur side. Sack back in with a double touch away from the corner, but a shot on target is going to go a little bit too high from RNZ's side of things. So again, it's going to be left to the Servette team to try and take control, but still the pressure being mounted by Sur. They got one player towards that midfield, which should be able to get it back. Yep, Raptor Jesus back off the backboard onto the crease. Still can't get it centered up, however. They're trying their best from the Sur side, but just a little bit too inaccurate for my liking. The Sack puts it into the midfield. Zafair now going to take it a little bit wide. Goes quickly, rams around to even get a goal back in. Oh, the touches are great, and the goal is great for Servette.
Count it down with me, Jay, here. How many touches did Zafair need on this one? There's the one, the two actually off the bump, and then a third to put it in there after it hit the backboard.
Very
Damn, he was
done.
making sure that was going in.
Oh, yeah. But great ball control as well from that midfield line to even set that whole thing up in the first place. And again, individual skill from Servette, it overall favours them, but team play from Mirrorwing to Raptor Jesus might end up setting up the Sur side all the same. Great shot on target, but doesn't quite go in. Again, the defense lines up for Servette. Mirrorwing pinches it off the quick challenge. RNZ can't quite get there in time, so he can't follow up with a shot of his own right. And again, it returns back to the favour of Servette as Zafair controls into the corner, trying to set up a shot for Sack. Sack's a little bit too far forward, and Flav holding in the midfield line in case it does get cleared. Will still get cleared by Mirrorwing. On for the second touch. This is going in! Servette! Nowhere to be seen in the back line. They had all the confidence, and Sur just shoves it right back in their face.
End-to-end stuff from Mirrorwing. When they made him, they broke the mold afterwards. Too many Mirrorwings would just be too OP. Could you imagine three of him on a side? That would just ruin every sort of lore of Rocket League. And he can just pull these out of the hat whenever he seems to want to. Ties up the game, 2 minutes 20 remaining. Servette, they responded to you and they are ready for a battle.
Ball in from Flav's side of things. We're all even up, obviously, Bacon. Mirrorwing takes control back in to RNZ's side, but Zafair and Sack are also there in the interim. And the ball back in towards that corner. Raptor Jesus on for the secondary touch back into the pass. Flav and Sack have it back into the corner. Once again, RNZ there to defend it, setting up Mirrorwing for a quick clear back. This is going all the way behind the line. Sack and Zafair just about get back in time to push it out towards that corner. But again, it's set up for Raptor Jesus off the backboard. RNZ in with a shot, but Flav takes it away again on the defense for Servette, returning with a clear. But that touch is getting a little bit awkward from Servette overall. Obviously, they were starting things off so confidently, but now they're getting a little bit silent as Raptor Jesus just doinks it in the back of the net. 2-1 at 1:32.
I know, it depends. Is it a doink? We'll have to do the analysis now. Did he flip before the hit?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, it's like right on the hit. It's a hard one. Oh, we're going to have to send this to the boys in the lab and do a bit of doink analysis on it, I think.
Doink analysis. Where have you got that one from? That's what I want to know. That's not a doink, though. That's a straight shot from Mirrorwing as he puts a third and Sur take easy control.
Absolute lad showing up with the quick 1-2. You might have had the jab from the doink, but here is the full round hook to really take the wind out of Servette's sails.
Look at Mirrorwing in already with the ball on target. Flav just pushes it out the way. Followed through by Sack, who puts it towards the midfield. But right now, they are on a serious back foot on Servette Geneva as Raptor Jesus puts it close again. The unrelenting assault coming in from the Sur side just does not stop. 4-1 in game one. Servette have just crumbled like a wet biscuit.
Yep, they're all soggy and just left in the mug. Someone has got to redeem it, get a new pack or something out, because this is not working. Servette, best LAN team in Switzerland? Who's been telling us fibs? We're looking at Syntax.
I see Syntax running for
He's
the hills.
actually out the door.
RNZ trying to get a shot on target. It will be returned back at the very least by the Servette Geneva side as they once again control it. Right in towards that corner, Mirrorwing. Shot away. Followed up by one more teammate towards that midfield. Servette try and take it once again. Raptor Jesus popping it down over towards the defender once again. It's set up once again for another good shot. Servette's got to take that away, and he will be successful in doing so. But 35 seconds here, Bacon. I'm not sure this is going to be on target right now for the Servette Geneva side.
Well,
definitely not on target for the Servette Geneva side.
I was going to say they weren't anywhere near it, and the only target on the pitch is the goal. Yeah, we're currently looking at what. Why 7? There's only 6 players on the pitch. I'm really confused by that.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. 5-1 on the board for Sir. Those are the important numbers at the moment. Also, the 25 seconds that's left for the Servette Geneva side to turn it around as the ball goes back off the backboard. Flav feeds it away. Just also the defensive line. 10 seconds remains. Sir, I mean, even if there was a chance for Servette, I'd even doubt it would be happening. Just 4 goals to overcome. RNZ are going to try to put one down for the road, but no. It's game 1 to Sir. It's such a dominating fashion. I don't even know what else to say about it. Like, that was just...
Just look how controlled and cool they are there. Just like, Sir, they expected this win. They're like me. They just knew they were going to take down Servette, and, I mean, we'll be able to see the response from Servette.
All right.
I mean, they're not too worried. They're definitely talking out, and that's good to see. But it's game 1, Jay. This is a best of 5. Anything can still happen in this one.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, we were talking about how sort of like the whole thing turned around in the last series when Lausanne found their first game at match point. You know, like, it could be a reverse sweep. We could just be seeing Servette turn it around just straight off the back of this and just be like, right, well, you got your first. Now we're going to take 3-1 back away. I believe that was your scoreline prediction. You suspected that Servette would take their 1 game.
Well, yeah, it's 3-1 to Sir and Servette. I reckon they're going to get a game in, but this for me, definitely off that first performance, Sir are going to do an Arctic today.
You think so? You think they're gonna pull the upset?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if they can actually do that, because game 2 is about to go live with the Servette Geneva and Sir Sai. And obviously, Sir in the lead at this point in time. His kickoff goes right down the midfield, but it's sacked to take overall control as he goes for a fantastic shot off the backboard. Raptor Junior is going to take it away from the backboard, deny any follow-up setup from Servette. And look at their line. They're so passive. They're behind the midfield position, not committing to the offensive field because they know how easily Sir are exploiting them, and they're not going to try and let them get any control.
And look, they've got it past 2 players now, open net. They've realised Sir are all about that pressure, so bait them on in.
Take it away. Take that pressure away. You know, it's the same thing as, like, you know, what do you do to combat a grappling player? Well, or what do you do to combat a grappling wrestler? You take out his legs.
Yeah.
You just don't let him grapple. So there you go. The crutches are out for the Sir side. Servette Geneva are going to take the opening game, and things are going to have to change up here. Opening game, did I say? Sorry, opening goal, excuse me.
Yeah.
But 4 minutes and 30 to find a secondary follow-up on the Sir side of things, and Raptor Jesus may be able to find it here off the backboard. Sack's going to take it instead. Ball out towards his side, over towards RNZ's good setup. It's a fair position. Flav also in the way, and everyone's committed. He still whiffs it. It went off the post. Oh, that was so perfectly lined up for Servette Geneva. Oh, what happened there?
I don't know. At the moment, it's looking like the walls, the backboards, and the posts are the most concrete players.
Oh my God.
Definitely the most concrete and solid defenders on the Sir side, who only seem to care about attack at the moment. They're doing good on the attack, but defense, lads, don't forget about it.
Wow, certainly an interesting start to game 1. More interesting start to game 2 right here. As Sir take it right in front of the net. Maroon going to try and drop it down to Fair. Takes the ball out. Instead, sacks all the way in the corner. Setting up Flab all the same for a good shot off the backboard. Maroon should be able to get that clear. No trouble, no bother for him. Now back in the mid-centre, again challenged for control. So going to try and set up an offensive play, and they're starting to find a bit more of the pressure. Servette's starting to let off the gas pedal a little bit, and obviously that first goal, as we were talking about, was scored off the basis of Sir not having any pressure to pressure the backboard. Now they really are, and the defensive is starting to scramble for Servette.
Well, it all came down to Servette slowing the game down. Now we're starting to see that Sir have a little bit more control of that ball. You know, they're getting the hits going wide and looking to follow them through. That's a big overcommitment actually from Sir, and they're lucky that the ball's off target. Maybe not fast enough, but it is all purely because Sir have a bit more control of the ball and they're speeding up the plays now. And those speedy plays are looking good.
Speedy Beady Blaze. 1-1 on the board. The pass in from Raptor to RNZ all the way to Mirror Wings. Affair was still turning his car as well. That looked like it would have been an easy defense for him, but because he was so far back of the line, he couldn't quite align his car properly. That's basically just how those defenses kind of work out. Servette are going to pay the price for it. Back to 1-1. Team Sir, another great kickoff as well, trying to see if they can follow through with their momentum. It's back over towards that corner. Sack missing the ball entirely. Mirrorwing gets it past Flav as a result. Now Affair back over the backboard. Touch second. Dunk down is a little bit too far wide. And again, it's cleared away by the likes of Raptor Jesus. Sack couldn't follow through and couldn't recover it either. They've still got pressure towards that backboard, but it's going to get pushed away again by Sir. One more shot from Flav. Set up for Affair to follow through. No one is there. And Sack will have to return towards the midfield. At the halfway marker, it's all evened up.
Yeah, but Servette, Jay, from what we can take away from that, are starting to throw in these shadow plays. And that is really good. That will throw Sarah off, because they generally are very far spaced out. Ooh, good clearance there from Safair. And it basically means if you send two players to go contest one ball, one to make the contestation, the second one just to pick up afterwards, you should be more favorable there, especially when they're struggling to get back here because they're so spaced out.
They're also struggling to get the accuracy as well. You saw the setup there. 3 players had shots on target. They all missed their shots. And Servette are going to remain back equalized as we pass the 2-minute mark now. Approaching the final few moments of the game. Mirroring, passing to RNZ, though. Servette's going to take it right back away and go for a nice booming clear down the mid position. Raptor Jesus again disrupts it at the midfield line. But no one else can follow through on the part of Sir. So it goes back in towards that blue half. Again, back in towards the midfield. Sack follow through with a touch of his own right, setting up Flav in that middle area. Zafair's going to take the shot instead. That one's right on target, and no one from Sir is in position to defend.
Well, he is using the Superman decal, and he was flying high. Look at that. Zafair saw the open net right on ahead and thought, I've got to get that in there.
Indeed, he will get that in there as well. So 2-1 on the board now. Servette opting for a game here, trying to equalize the series. Bring this as close as is possible. 1 and 15 left to go, although the ball's directly in front of the box. This is dangerous. RNZ, the follow through. Sack just pushes it away, just gets up in time to deny the shot and the goal from Sir. Now it goes back to Sever and Flav on the left-hand side of the pitch, but it's going to get returned by Raptor Jesus all the same. Back into the box again we will go. Sir all pushed up for the offensive play. Servette on the back foot, on the backboard, in the backfield. Raptor Jesus again controls it. Out towards that corner it will go, and it looks like it's going to stay there unless Mirroring gets a pass in. Raptor with a chance, and Zafair just pinches it. Flav follows through to get it out of the danger zone.
What a save. Just impressive stuff, because those balls that hit really high into net are really hard to jump up and reach in time, so you have to actually pre-jump and predict it. That was brilliant work by the defense, but look, they're still needed.
What? No!
How to throw 101 coming out there from Mirrorwing. Unfortunate from him, and that turnaround is still on the line. Okay, Mirrorwing, you've redeemed yourself with that save.
But now can they follow up with a goal? 10 seconds for Mirrorwing to control it back in towards that corner. Sack taking it away. RNZ with one final chance. It's off the backboard. Zafair just takes it out the side. Mirrorwing off the backboard. One last chance. RNZ. It hits the floor. It's right on the line. And just couldn't get it done. Servette in with a game. They equalise.
They don't even believe it. Look at Flav there in the centre. He can't believe that they've just survived, wiping the sweat from his brow. Sir, unfortunate there not to send it into overtime on what could have been a very This Is Rocket League moment in the last second goal. But
it's literally because of the angling of his car, right? Because he came down from the ceiling and bumped it on the floor before it went past the line. And that was the key thing that screwed up the whole play. That was a This Is Rocket League. That was a last-second goal moment to go to overtime in the semi-finals. Like, that is absolutely mind-boggling that it ended up like that. But it's game 2 to Servette Geneva. A great kickoff for Mirroring once again, though. It looks like they're going to try to set up for a passing play. In from Raptor Jesus off the crossbar. And the first few seconds of this game end and start with the same high octane that the last game ended with.
The crossbar and post, they've just been so mean in this game. I think we need to give them a red card or something. Just remove them because... No!
What?
Okay, but...
That was so off target. That should have been off target.
Yep.
What on earth was that?
Magic. That's all I can put it down to. There's no other explanation.
Do you know what it is? You know Sonus Khan was doing that video on curveballs recently?
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what it was.
Oh.
So yeah, it's the new ball curve mechanic. Recent silent addition to the game. So
Yeah,
that's really what it is, you know. I mean, they knew about it before anybody else on the Servette side. They're trying to use it to the best of their abilities, but it's only a goal in the opening minute. Still to try and clear it all. That's a great play, but Servette couldn't quite get there in time. Sack with a double touch, could not get the follow-through goal. So no second to be rewarded to Servette Geneva, but it's fine. There's plenty of time, of course, to score a follow-up. Vice versa for Servette to equalise in this series. Of course, this is all for the match point right now in this semi-finals. So the ball gets close towards the net, but again, no cigar for Servette.
There's still 4 minutes remaining in this game. I can't believe that because there's so much that's happened in the first minute of this game. Both these two teams now are fighting to get that little bit of an upper hand. I mean, Servette already have it in that first goal, but from what we've seen from Team Sir, they're ready. There's the pop out, but where's Mirwing? He's given so much time. He's put the shot on, but well done by Sack. Raptor Jesus, he's looking for the touch, just keep on his control, but Mirwing can't get onto that. Iron Z, though, will be able to hold. Hello. It's all about them keeping the ball pressured at the moment for Sir. They're not able to get that final touch, and they're not setting themselves up in places to be able to make them. They just want to keep the ball high and away.
Very high and very away right now for Servette as they just struggle to maintain that offensive pressure again for the Sir side. But they had a lot of good chances on that net. Sack's got another good chance right here as he punishes the slightest of forward momentum pushes from the Sir side. 2-0 now, Servette taking control.
Overconfidence, and I do not know why. A man always has to be between the net and the ball. Sack there saw the opening, and well, it's all down to that communication from Servette because they have very, very good communication. And they're able to take it. Raptor Jesus, though, has just got a very nice kickoff.
Okay.
Safair there, following through as the second man. Brilliant defending.
Yeah, good stuff to back up Sack. Sack will take all the credit in the official scoreboards, but we can recognize as much what a good support play he can do. Right now, 2 minutes and 40, approaching the halfway mark. Mirwing's trying to score one before we hit that 30 seconds, but no. It's a little bit high off the crossbar once again. RNZ still to pressure. It's a fair. Taking the ball back in, missing out his chances. RNZ will try and take it away from the defensive line of Servette, and there will be a sweeping player from the Sir side coming back in to try and support it. It's not going to happen. Ball goes back in towards that corner. Sack demos out Mirrorwing. Flav leaves it for Servette to take the shot on target, and it's going in. Defensive not landing for Sir. It's a 3-0 for Servette.
Undecisive here as well. In the original play, RNZ let it roll past, and Raptor Jesus was stuck in the corner. Communication has broken down for Sir, and they need it. Again, like Arctic, they're very much a momentum team, Jay. So here at 3-0, we could be seeing the end of this game already. What I want to see from them is not to focus on the win here, let it go into match point, but they've got to work on their communications now and basically just get control of this ball and try and speed up the game. If they can speed it up, Sir are the fastest team, and they will just be able to outpace and get the ball around Servette like in game number 1.
Oh, but look at the overcommitment from Sir. From Servette, excuse me, two teams with essence.
Yeah.
But either way, Sir are going to punish that and take that first goal finally on their board. There's still 2 minutes to find something here. I'm not counting on that just yet here, Bacon. This could still end up being a relatively good showing.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's 56 seconds a goal needed here, and that is so much time.
I love your on the fly maths right there.
It's probably best castle maths as well on record. I'm just saying.
Well, still 2 goals to make up. Ball back in again. Dangerous as Flav misses out a pretty key clear defense. So Fair and Sack will still be able to recover and again just try and play around the defensive field in the corner. So Fair missing out on the ball. Oh my God! Raptor Jesus from out of nowhere found a shot he should not have found whatsoever, and no one was ready for that for Servette.
The dunk. Like you said, Sack in that situation where he's already seen 2 players would not be expecting the third come in, because naturally in that situation you stick around the midfield line and for the breakaway. But no, this is Sir's strange little overcommitments where they do have all 3 players downfield, but it's pretty much
No. Another whiff coming in from the Sir side. I love how you went silent, just like you saw it from a mile away. And certainly so did the Servette Geneva side, because they didn't even react to that, but they won't react to that either. Raptor Jesus with a third goal now for the Sur side. This was a 3-0 about 60 seconds ago, Bacon. Servette have lost control once again.
You talk about reacting to that. If you just looked at the player cams on the screen there, the players didn't even react to it from Sir. They're not celebrating yet. Their job is not done. They're not going to be happy until they get that fourth goal.
60 seconds to try and find it, and they know that they are on for it here to take match point and take another upset as well here in the semi-finals. This would be an absolutely ridiculous situation as it goes off the crossbar one more time. It's still dunked directly in front. Mirrorwing with a chance, but Flav just gets there in time. Raptor Jesus sneaking another good shot. Safair is going to take control and now follow through. He's running out of booster, and Raptors are going to try and bump him out of position. Zach back in off the backboard. Safair's going to take a good chance, but Mirrorwing is going to beat him to the ball and now set up RNZ to go off the backboard one more time. Mirrorwing's got no boost. Going to have to leave it up to Raptor Jesus instead. Safair's going to return fire, and there's no one back far enough to defend that one.
I'm questioning those curveball physics, which you said earlier, Jay, because this to me looked so out, and I reckon it did as well for the Sir defense. And it going in net completely cooled them off because they were saving their boost in the last line. They thought that was going wide and they'd have to quickly counter it downfield. That's completely caught them off, and one goal going to Servette, that could have been the game winner.
20 seconds left. This could still win the game right here. Back in for the passing play. Team Sir. Close to a This Is Rocket League in the last game. Can they do it here? 10 seconds remaining as once again Mirrorwing takes control. Back in off the crease. It's dangerously down in front of the net. Salad's going to take it away. Mirrorwing misses. Raptor Jesus takes it. One last chance for this one man at the moment. And Sack will try and deny. RNZ keeps it up, but Flav puts it on the floor. And there we go. Servette with a 2-1 series now. One away from taking game.
When we look at how this series started, Sir coming out absolutely dominant. How does Servette just change it around? I think it is all just down to that communication. The first game, they didn't have much of it. And now Sir, where they're quite deflated. You know, they got that brilliant little comeback in this game, got it to 3-0, and then suddenly got it, you know, swiped away from them. They've got beefing down there. You can see they're not communicating that much because they're a little bit disheartened. The lads need to pick them up, know that, yes, they've got to do 2 games now in a row. But if you want to win, you've got to.
Sack in off the corner. Trying to get a good kickoff advantage for Servette Geneva, but they don't score a goal off the back of anything, so just play on here in the opening minute. Sack's got good ball control. Safair going to try and control it of his own right. Raptor Jesus back off the crease, back into the centre. Mirrorwing takes it with a good shot. Raptor Jesus to follow through. Actually puts it off centre. One more shot to come through from RNZ. Puts it high. Again, it's going to be up to Mirrorwing, but Sir just looking a little bit miscoordinated in that case. That should have been just a backboard second touch play, but no. Disrupted. Now back over for Servette's side, trying to set up an offensive play. Safair in that midfield. Get it past RNZ at best, but Mirrorwing's also here to try and chip it back in. And past this minute, it looks like it will be no goals scored as both teams slow the pace down of this game, but still get very, very close towards it. The commitment from RNZ does not line up accurate. But Raptor Jesus with a good chip up, sending it over to RNZ for a shot, but it's too far wide, and he's not far forward enough.
It's interesting, okay? So Sir come into this game and they're playing keep away. Basically, they just want to get all the touches on the ball and not let their opponents get any touches at all. It's like false control in the sense because they're not going for the net. They're just looking to keep it in their opponent's half. They're not really pressuring the net as well. So it's more, if anything, confusing for Servette here. Maybe that confusion could be a strong tactic. A demo coming out from Raptor Jesus can just throw off everything as well.
Good demo and intercept coming through, but Flav's still going to get shot, and Raptor Jesus just can't save it. It's Servette with the opener of Game 4.
Indecision once again. You can see Raptor Jesus cut in, thinking he was going to get challenged with the ball, but he was way, way too far away from that. He needed to have been rotating right back into goal.
And now that means that Servette take control of this one. 3 minutes and 32 seconds away from winning the series. Still a chance still gained for Sir to try and return it. We've seen how easily they've been able to return 3-0 leads, so this is nothing to them. The ball goes into their half, back inside that box. Raptor Jesus will try and take it away. RNZ also had to Safair. Good shot on target, and that is a crucial, crucial defensive that went so wrong for Sir. And yeah, just what happened to RNZ in the back line?
Well, I don't know. It's just a little bit too late into it, and of course that hit earlier where they were trying to pop it away. I don't know why he didn't just let it fall into the crease and just get a big clearance. You do not stop in Rocket League. You'll notice it always stemmed from that one moment, and it was a good follow-up read there from Servette, who near enough were allowing Sir to play into their hands.
We're back into Servette's control as a result. So, set up, good demo from RNZ. If only Sack wasn't there to get that clear away. So that would have been a nice goal for Sir to score. Back in from Mirroring, however. A little bit too off angle, goes towards the side hand instead of the center play. Have to use off the backboard, second touch to come through. RNZ's going to make that work. They couldn't clear it off the backboard. And finally, Sir find a gap in the defense and punch straight through.
Yeah, the German comes through solidly there, sees the opportunity, really had to pre-jump early for that one, like way early. Had so much confidence in the pass and it paid off. You've got to have confidence in each other in Rocket League, and that is the proof in the pudding.
RNZ once again going to take control. Oh, this is a ball sent up straight for him. Out fakes it, out misses it for After Jesus, who's too far forward of his own right. And so with a great setup to try and take this back to 2-2, cannot quite make it happen. So at the halfway marker, we're 2-1 up for the favour of Servette. Sack trying to make it 3. Got close towards the line once again. RNZ there to defend out, to clear it. Mirror Wing take the ball away before Severian gets close towards the goal line. And Demos plays. Clears coming out from both sides. They both try and hold on to what is going to be a very important goal, I believe, in the context of this series. As Raptor Jesus takes it, Flav takes it away. Sack far forward enough that he might be able to get this one out of the corner into Zafair's line. Zafair's is then going to play supportive and try and follow through as his teammate clears off for boost. It will be returned by Sir. To go back off the... Not quite. Okay.
No, that was a little bit scary there. Servette are just looking to hold on. They're not overcommitting. They're making sure to just put this pressure. You can see by that high ball.
Those backboard players, man. They're so good from both sides as well. Is the worst part about it. Like, it seems like a common thing as well, but the backboard meta is not technically in meta anymore. So you should really be able to get clears off the backboard. It's old school, yeah.
I like it. Bit of a retro meta we've got going on here with the backboard passes. The Ness is making a comeback. Backboard passes are well. I like it.
There's a fair. Might just play for an intercept play instead. Mirror Wing pushes it out to his position. Flav again to follow through. 30 seconds to the final minute. Sir need to make up 2 goals. It's a task ahead of them. Can they make it happen? Mirror Wing back over to the backboard. Zafair just pushing that out. I thought he missed it for a second, but no. Flav takes it out of the Sir hands once again. Back into the Sir half of the pitch. RNZ into the midfield alongside Mirror Wing. Sack's going to have to put that off target, and he will be able to get it off centre. Boost taken away from him. He's starting to run out, and now they're going to get starved a little bit here from the Servette Geneva side. Still RNZ off the backboard. 2 players commit to this. Push it out of the play, so no Sir players can take this. 60 seconds will remain. Sack will try and back pass it into the orange half. Try and get this goal in, because if they do, that will be lights out for Sir in the semi-finals, but not quite in this second.
Mirror Wing throwing out they're starting to crumble now, Sir. They've got to pull it all back together. They've got to just grit their teeth and play through the pain, because you can see Servette are really just trying to keep that momentum up. They're not going for shots on net, are they, at all? But they're just keeping the ball in real awkward spaces down your opponent's half. You have to go out and make the save or try and intercept it, purely because if the shot is on target, you've got to save it. It's simple as that's just defending. But if it's off target, you're then pulled out of play and the rebound will come out. A second player will come through and put the pain on once again. Sir don't have an answer at the moment.
And it looks like they won't have an answer in time. 10 seconds remaining. 2 goals to find with Sack pressuring the backboard. I think it all but confirms what we know. 4-1 on this game. 3-1 in this series. Servette Geneva will be moving on to the grand finals. And I mean, it's a little bit deflating from Sir, all things considered, you know, the fact that they came in so hot, the fact that they were able to strike that first game out of the ballpark and then come into the second one, still managed to have a good game. You know, just kind of like just seemed to fall apart in the end, as you say, crumbling to pieces, and Sir couldn't do anything about it. It's 5-1. There's 1 more goal comes in from Servette, just for the lulz, just for the road. And yeah, they're on to the grand finals, as I think most of us expected. As you didn't expect, though. You predicted
I thought Sir was going to get it, and I will say, yep, being the black sheep in that. We will allow Syntax to come back into the room. It's just actually fist bumped over there. Sir looking very deflated after that one. They're going to have to pick up pretty quickly, though, because the next game on stream will actually be Sir versus Lausanne. I mean, no. Arctic won. Arctic beat Lausanne. Are you forgetting? Did you try and black out?
Not Servette. Servette moving.
No, I just said Sir.
Did you say? I thought you said Servette.
You never listen to me.
No, I don't.
This is why we're getting divorced, Jay. So, coming up next on stream, of course, would be that Sir versus Lausanne third, fourth place one. The difference between 300 Swiss francs and 600 Swiss francs, so, you know, a little bit of extra
Double
money.
up your price.
Yeah, that's always quite good. That's why I like it, as well as a little bronze medal, maybe. I don't know. We've got a trophy, but do we have little medals to go alongside it?
We have bronze checks.
Ah.
Not actual bronze, unfortunately. That would be amazing.
I mean, the cars are bronze on the checks.
they are.
On
they
the
are.
third place one, that's blue for the fourth.
You,
so.
you can pretend that they're gold, they're bronze and silver and gold plated. So you know, we that's the way that cars are built. Obviously, you know, it's real metal.
Yeah.
But all seriousness, no. Servette taking their semi-final spot. I mean, you were expecting them not to go forward again. So you know, what's your thoughts for this team going into that grand final?
So for Servette going into the grand final, this basically shows us today these are the two LAN-proven teams from the Swiss region. So naturally, if you were to just look at LANs, you'd be thinking it's these two sides purely because they've got all that experience in it. Lausanne was pretty much developed by Aachen back at the start of the season, really. I mean, Hello wasn't even on the roster when they qualified. So it was more him just putting together the best online team. Not the best LAN team is what we've seen. Definitely, Stroby and Milox have that title. Safair as well has it alongside Flab. So it is the best LAN teams coming through where this is more their home ground. They've played in these studios numerous times before, guys. Let's just flip a coin to decide who wins.
Let's just flip a coin and head over to the desk once again where Sharper is over there with one of the boys from the Servette side. The best LAN team in Switzerland. I wonder what he thinks about that.
Well, I could agree. Final also for other events that occurred earlier this year. And man, the guys at the desk said this is going to be a banger. And the game started off with a banger from Mirroring. Like, what went through your guys' head when suddenly the scoreline was, I think, 5-1 for the side of Sir?
Well, they had very good shots, and like you said, the boomers were insane. They were just sometimes unsavable. But we kind of got into the game after the first game. We knew they were strong, but we just had to somehow find ourselves and kind of see the opponent, what are they doing, so we can counter them.
Now, I've been watching you guys playing, and it felt like when I sat behind you guys and listened a bit that you are like kind of, you know, the puppeteer, the puppet master, having all the strings in control. And is that really how it is in Servette? Or are you like what you would call in other games the shot caller, or is there more that contributes to it?
Well, it is possible that I'm trying to say, like, I'm popping it up, so to set up plays, but we're trying to, like, between the games, we're trying to fix the mistakes we do as a team, and we talk to each other, like, what are we doing wrong, what can we do better for next game, so basically it's like a team advice.
Yeah, so it seems like you adapted pretty fast, especially you came out really strong in the second game, and then in the third game it was kind of a time between you and Raptor Jesus from the side of Sir, and in the last game it just felt like a whole team effort, and in the end Bacon and Jay said it, you just played it slowly, cautiously, you didn't want to make a mistake anymore, and you just kind of let the pressure be on their shoulders. Now, the question going up ahead though for the grand finals, which is going to be a best of 7, are you feeling confident now? Did you sort the things out that you feel like you needed to sort out, or how's it going into this later on?
Well, we kind of got better as far as the game went, so in a best of 7 this should be a good thing, so I'm looking forward to it, and I think we're going to get into it.
Good. Then one last thing before we get into best of 7 of you guys, obviously, we're gonna see the third place match between Lausanne, quite unexpectedly, and now Team Sir. What are your predictions on that and why?
This is gonna be a banger once again. I actually don't know. It's gonna be very interesting, so check it out.
Well, maybe you're smarter at that. Not giving a prediction. The prediction game from the analysts has been tied up, by the way. But for the moment, we're gonna step away. You're gonna see a little video of our casters, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in about 8 to 10 minutes with some more Rocket League action. Stay tuned.